What if every morning you listened to you? What do I mean by that? I mean connecting with yourself intentionally and on a daily basis. Yes, I said daily basis, not just when you have the time, because you know it's really hard to find the time. Forget about grand gestures or pricey spa days, although those are nice, just saying. It is doable, even if you have a demanding schedule and think you can't squeeze any more time for yourself. Today, I'm introducing you to the second element of the Choose Happy morning routine, the listen element. You'll find it on the checklist after the move element if you received it in your email. It was sent to Choose Happy Insiders on August 26th. If you want the checklist, please send me an email and I'll get that out to you. This element is about being present with yourself, listening to what internal you has to say, your gut, your intuition. Perhaps it's your higher power that you believe in. And we're doing this before we tend to our families, as possible, but definitely before checking social media. In today's show, I'm talking about what it means to listen to ourselves, how we can do this, and questions we can use to ask ourselves to connect back with ourselves during this listening time. Let's do this. Let's start making listening, connecting with ourselves, a priority every morning. Hey girlfriend, welcome to the Choose Happy with Marie show. Do you want to stop seeing the negative every day and have the time and energy to do what you want? Are you finally done with the limiting stories and the fear that stands in your way of living a happy life? Does negative self-talk sabotage your self-confidence? Hi, I'm Marie. For the majority of my life, I lived in negativity that was often labeled as depression. My breakthrough happened when I broke free from the negative thinking and I learned the power of choosing happy. In this podcast, you will find tangible ways to ditch the negativity, improve your self-esteem, and take action for what you really want for your life. No more guilt, no more people pleasing. Let's do this. We are choosing happy. Hello, how are you? How's your September so far? Are you starting to transition to the new back to school, work, activities routine? It's gonna take time. My son and daughter are now settled into university, so they've got their own everyday routine and part-time jobs that they're doing. I always find it tough to transition from the laid-back feelings of summer living to new everyday routines. Do you feel that way as well? Before I go into today's training, I just want to take this opportunity to thank you. Thank you to those of you who have left reviews for the show. I really appreciate it because when you leave a written review for the show on your favorite podcast app, it helps the show get recommended to others by the app, which in turn means that those who could benefit from Choose Happy inspiration will find the show, and this will help them choose happy for living their life. If you have a few minutes after today's show, please do leave a review on your favorite podcast app. Today, I want to recognize a listener who did leave a review for the show, and it goes as follows. Loving this. I just came across this podcast today and I love it. I know that Marie's fresh perspective on choosing happiness is going to be a game changer for so many, especially in a time when it's easy to get bogged down in a negative mindset. Thank you, Marie, for offering your slice of happy so the rest of us can embrace as well. Highly recommend this podcast to anyone who needs a little splash of happy in their day. Thank you so much, Jay Brumley. I really appreciate it. So it's really easy to leave a review in your app. Just scroll down on the show and you'll see an area to leave a review. And I appreciate it when you leave a 5-star review. So thank you very much. All right then, let's dig into today's training. So what do I mean by listening? Each one of us has our own beliefs, and I'm not here to tell you what that is. What I am feeling nudged to do in this episode is to invite you to make listening to what you believe in as part of your morning routine. It can be your definition of God. It could be listening to your intuition, to your gut. When we get so busy with everyday busyness, we can't hear properly because we're just too busy. We are distracted. Yet, so much of what we want to know, we may already know if we just stopped and listened to that inner voice that's telling us what to do. This listening element of the Choose Happy Morning routine is about you connecting to yourself and something deeper, bigger, higher, whatever makes you feel most connected to yourself. And doing this when we first wake up, we don't have the day's baggage to think about yet. I get a lot of the ideas actually for this show during my listening time. I'll ask, what do my listeners want to hear right now? What can I provide them from a Choose Happy perspective? And then I follow through. I listen and I follow through. So step 1 is listening, and then you kind of have to take action afterwards. The Choose Happy Morning routine checklist was created actually during my listening time this past summer. I was feeling inspired to give us a resource that we could use every day to remind us of the 3 important elements to follow through in our everyday life. The first one, to move. The second one, to listen. And the third one, to think. And I'll get to the thinking portion in next week's episode. The movement element was reviewed in last week's episode 48, titled Ditch Morning Negative Thoughts Through Movement, the Benefits of Morning Walks. So, you're probably wondering, how can we listen? Well, good question. Here are 3 ways that we can listen to this inner voice. The first one, sit in silence without scrolling on your phone, without listening to music, or if there's a favorite meditation type music, you could listen to that as well. It's about not being distracted during this time. And at first, it may feel strange to you if you're used to always having noise. And yes, it may feel uncomfortable at first, and you may think you're wasting your time when you could be doing things on the day's to-do list. Sitting or standing and listening matters. You matter. Start with 5 minutes of listening. Put a timer on and don't stop listening until it goes off. And then the next day, maybe add another minute and keep doing that for as long as it feels right for you. Number 2, other ways you can listen includes doing meditation, and this can look like different things. You can sit in silence while you're having your favorite morning beverage. You can do a meditation with an app or on your own, just breathing and letting your mind wander. It can also be walking by yourself. If you choose walking, you get to check off movement and listening on the morning routine checklist, so you get to do both things. And the third way that you could listen, you could do it through writing. Although I have the listening element as the second item on the checklist, you get to decide in which order you do them, by the way. I just want to reflect on that. If you want to do a morning walk or movement first and then do your thinking and listening time, it's really up to you. You get to decide which sequence is best for you. For my morning routine, I actually like to listen first. As soon as I wake up, I do something called morning pages. It's a concept by Julia Cameron whereby I write 3 pages by hand, believe it or not, stream of consciousness writing. And I've been doing this for a few years now as it helps get things out of my head. The benefits of that is you just don't think about it anymore because you've already addressed it. You've already written about it. So it's really useful to me. If you'd like to learn more about my experience with the morning pages, you are welcome to send me an email and we can connect over it. I can also do an episode focused on it if you would like. Let me know. Send me an email and let me know. I'd love to hear what you want to learn more about. Oh yes, and with regard to writing, it could be writing in a journal as well. However way you choose to listen, and this can change, so don't feel that you need to do the same way every day. Just find what works for you. Here are suggestions of questions you can use to start asking yourself during this listening time. So questions that you can ask yourself are the following. And remember to listen without judgment, without negative self-talk. This is about listening. So here's an example of a question. You could ask yourself, how am I doing right now? How am I doing right now? The second question, you could ask yourself, what's on my mind right now? What's on my mind? A third question you could ask yourself, what's on my heart right now? I'll repeat, what's on my heart right now? Another question you could ask yourself, how can I care for myself right now? How can I care for myself mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually? What can I do right now? What could I do today? And the last question, what do I need right now? What do I need? And how can I give it to myself today? This is about you. Reconnecting to ourselves is made up of slowing down and listening to our innermost longings. You are important too. I know sometimes you may not feel this way because you're giving to others, and that can suck your energy and leave you feeling like there's nothing left for you. That's why it's super important that you do this in the mornings before you start giving to others. Give to yourself first. Fill your cup first. Remember, healthy relationships with others start with you having a relationship, a healthy relationship with yourself. For this month, I invite you to work towards taking 15 minutes to listen to yourself. Give yourself this gift. As I mentioned earlier, start with 5 minutes, then add another minute the next day and the next day. Put a timer on and don't stop listening until it goes off. Even if negative self-talk is saying this is a waste of time, because it is not. Even if all you do is sit quietly while you sip your morning beverage, no phone. And yes, it may feel awkward at first, and you may feel like you should be doing something. You are doing something. So as of this week, advance with adding the daily movement and the listening time to your morning routine. And remember to check mark them as done after you do them on the Choose Happy Morning Routine checklist. Remember, these are new habits, so it's going to feel uncomfortable at first because you're not used to it, especially if you're not used to taking care of yourself, taking time for yourself in the mornings. Put it as a to-do on your daily to-do list. Yes, do it. This is about you, you matter, and it's about filling your cup before you're there for others. Make the time for you, and you may have to wake up earlier to make this happen. So do it. And yes, you may feel tired at first, especially if you went to bed late the night before. Go to bed earlier. It will get easier the more days you do this. Okay? I'm wishing you a wonderful week choosing happy. Cheers! I hope today's episode empowered you to choose happy as you live your upcoming week. Do you want to help others choose happy? Forward this episode to a friend or a family member that may benefit from it as well. You can also leave a review for the show on your favorite podcast app. Doing this will help the show be found in the search bar on the app. Remember to sign up to become a Choose Happy Insider, where you will receive free resources as they become available. Link is in the show's notes. Thank you for listening. Take good care and see you next week.